Hey, can someone please make a video about the epic battle between Ding Liren and Ian Nepomniachtchi in Game 2 of the FIDE World Chess Championship 2023? I need to see if I can learn any new moves to beat my grandpa in our weekly chess match.
I don't know if you can beat your grandpa, but when it comes to chess, leave it to me to handle. In this game, white will play as Ding Liren, and black will play as Ian Nepomniachtchi. Now, let's the game begin.
Dave, as usual.
Yes, my king.
Joe, play the Indian. Evan, play East Indian defense. Galahad, play the anti-Nenzo Indian variation.
As usual, it's my turn now.
No, you stay there. It's time for something new. Let's shake up his preparation. Hector, move to h3.
Oh, free pawn.
Edward, make your way to e3 so that the bishop can launch an attack on the black pawn stationed at c4.
Don't worry, Doug. I shall make my way to b5 and keep you safe.
Carl, head to c5, disregard the attack.
Oh no. Doug. Chin up, Bob. This is just usual.
Bob, no tears now. Andrew, head to a6 and support Bob's advance by controlling b5 square.
The center is not where I should be. Giga.
Yes, my king.
Bob, attack the bishop.
Charles, move to d3 and seize control of the e4 square, making it possible for the knight to move onto it later. Alex, go to a4 and attack the pawn.
Vader, make your way to a5 and clear the path for me to strike the knight.
Well, if I capture your knight first, then you won't have a chance.
Let me take that knight.
We cannot afford to lose control of the d-file. Giovanni, take that and open up the g-file for Chad.
Si, mio re.
To e4, Edward. If the white pawn takes our pawn, our knight will strike back by capturing it. In case their queen captures our knight, she will meet her demise.
Don't take that poison pawn, advance and attack the bishop. Queen, make your way to c7, facilitating a long castle for me and granting Richard access to d6.
William to d2, lining up to hit that pawn.
My king, to prioritize your safety, I suggest considering a long castle move.
Let's prioritize preparing for the attack at the moment. I'll handle that later on. Chad, ensure that you have control over the open g-file by moving to g8.
Steve to c1, put pressure on the c-file.
Sir, if I may suggest, why not play your queen to e1 and threaten the b-pawn, or retreat to h1-2 and stay out of sight of the black rook?
The attack must go on. Charles to d3 and open up the c-file for Steve to take charge.
Yes, sir.
Keeping away from the rook is currently my top priority.
Sir, given the enemy's imminent attack, may I suggest playing bishop to e3 to offer more protection on the d-pawn or moving to h1 for your own safety?
I'm not anticipating the attack to take place soon. Go to e1 and provide extra safeguarding for the e-pawn.
Yes, my king.
The decisive moment has come. Giovanni, go to f5 and initiate the attack.
Si, mio re.
Taking the pawn is not possible as it would allow the black rook to capture my d-pawn and put me in a weak position. If I attempt to capture the rook with my knight, I will be checkmated in just 4 moves. It's imperative that I move my bishop to a more secure square. Charles, move to c2.
Vader, to c6.
Sir, I think you should go bishop to b1, attacking black pawn while continuing to protect the e-pawn.
The opponent's pieces are putting pressure on the d-pawn, and I don't want to risk my queen getting pinned by the black rook. To counter this, I'm thinking of moving my bishop to g5, which will attack the black rook while also defending the d-pawn. Once the black rook moves, I can then move my bishop to f6 to prepare for the knight's jump to e5 square. Although the position might be slightly unfavorable, it's still a viable move. William, move to g5.
Ryan, go to d.
A moment's pause, please, sir. I anticipate your approval to capture the white bishop. Next, the white knight can capture me, and you can capture the opponent's d-pawn.
Why? We will lose on material.
My esteemed sir, take note of the arrangement. With the knight, bishop, rook, and pawn strategically positioned, we shall possess an invincible edge over our adversary. Permit me the privilege of making this sacrifice that will lead us to victory.
I understand. Do it.
Yes, my king.
This is unexpected. How did I not notice this before? I'm left with no alternative. Galahad.
Yes, sir.
Queen to h5. Stay out of sight of the black rook. Connect the rook and attack the pawn.
Frank, attack the white knight. Vader, take the white bishop. Henry, take the white pawn. Richard, open the rank for the rook and get ready to check the white king by moving to d6.
There's a major threat approaching. The black bishop is planning to capture on f3, eliminating the defender of the h2 square. After that, the bishop will move to h2 for a check and the black rook can take my rook on d2. I must avoid getting checked.
Carl to c3, attack the rook. Bob, advancing.
Yes, sir. Hey Doug, are you still watching us? We're making our way towards victory.
Queen to h6, guarding the c1 square and preventing the promotion.
Evan, attack the rook.
Darn it! My rook is imprisoned. Even if I sacrifice it for the bishop, I'll still have to give up another piece to prevent the pawn from advancing. I'm too far behind. It's not worth continuing.
I resign.
Finally, my first win at a FIDE World Championship.
I never saw that rook sacrifice coming. It caught me completely off guard. You played a truly exceptional game. Sooner or later, vengeance will be mine.
Only time will tell.